Go. Oh, I'm getting an echo off of someone.
Is it
The
echo?
Echo.
this looks like everyone is muted in the game. Oh, well,
Ooh.
whatever it was just stopped. All right. So, hello and welcome back to another session of Pathfinder Tomb of Annihilation. We got
Hi.
everyone here this week, and I guess we'll start off as normal with a little recap to kind of remind everyone of where we're currently at. And so, last session, you guys went out into the jungle, kind of just doing a quest to uh, get some ghoul heads for the people here at the fort. You guys got a couple of them, and on your way back, you guys found like a random treasure map off a dead body. Decided to investigate, and when you did, you found some random treasure hunter type people out in the jungle getting harassed by some of the wildlife. Thanks to you, one of them did survive, and you guys brought him back to town. His name Tali Johnson. He has now agreed to be another friendly escort NPC to you guys that you could swap out with Taban, whatever you want, as long as same location, whatever. And after you guys collected some reward money, the post commander mentioned something about possible giants that her men were spotting out at a different location, and you guys agreed to go check it out and uh, would be given compensation for any like physical proof that you could bring back that'd be like, hey, there's giants here. Because not that she doesn't want to call her men liars, but they're people go mad in the jungles. But yeah, that trip is set to take place within 2 days in game time. And so before that, you guys have essentially 2 days to do whatever you want if there is anything that you guys would like to do.
A little bit
But
to the recap as well. Mentioning of the Sohn sisters was 2 sessions ish ago, and I'm interested in that shit.
Yep, we did bring that up to uh, the lady. She did not know anything about
Probably
it.
just something that's gonna happen a while from now.
Who knows?
Well,
It all
we're
depends on who
we're
I
fairly
talk to.
certain they're to the south, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we believe they're deeper in the jungle, somewhere near the ghouls.
yep,
That
Yeah.
was the implication.
whatever that one ghoul that managed to get away from you guys muttered something about the Sohn sisters, which you guys began to have thoughts of like jungle seamstresses, which invoked different imagery in everyone. But at this point in time, you guys are kind of chilling. It's maybe the next day after you guys got back. So you have this in game day and then tomorrow in game to putt around with whatever you guys would like to do here at the fort. And so we will kick it to you guys. What would y'all like to do?
I'm
Is this
down for just
still
waiting the 2 days, honestly.
All right.
is this still the night ish that Alexander got his face beat in?
It's like the next day, next morning.
All
If
right, then there's something I'd like to do in the night that
uh,
I wanted to do.
all right.
Uh, I'm gonna go talk to my friend, the spider, because I got the same room you said.
Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah, you have a tiny little like just a spider that has decided to make a little web in the corner of your room.
Hey, mate, Do you know about the Sound Sisters?
The tiny little creature responds, "I don't know what that is. I have never heard of that."
Just like last time, I'm going to put food behind his spider web, and if all the bugs try and descend upon it, they'll fly into his web.
Yep. So you take another piece of fruit and just use it as bait for fruit flies to feed your
Yeah.
small friend. Is there anyone else who would like
Uh,
to?
Goss got those colorful bolts of cloth a while back, so she is probably gonna start working on making some garments.
All right. If you would like, you could go ahead and make a crafting check.
Yep, I will do so. Just a note, I have specialty crafting,
All right.
Mm.
Is there
so
anything in particular that you're trying to make?
nope. She's just making some more clothes. Probably something a little bit like a sort of floral theme after being like sort of this jungle environment.
All right.
He- Hero
A
point.
9.
Ooh.
Yep, right off the bat. Use that hero point.
There we go.
Oh
Oh my
my.
god.
Yep. So it starts off kind of rough. Uh, it kind of dawns on Gossa that she's never actually done any kind of knitting before, but she miraculously
Totally has.
gets the hang of it, and begins to make something very pretty and colorful. Not quite sure what type of clothing it is, though. But
Oh, probably a dress for
if there if anyone else doesn't have any other in-town shenanigans, we can do a time skip forward to the day that you guys essentially will set out, and we will move you guys to the map a little bit so you can sort of see.
Yippee!
And so, up to you, up
Yeah.
there, boop boop, down to the coast along this paved trail. On the day that you guys are set to set out, a wagon comes rolling up, offloads people, some of their gear or whatever, and starts reloading up different soldiers. You guys got the pre okay that, yeah, you could hop on this wagon. And a day's journey later, you guys are taken to a small little port on the beach here. Uh, very
this is
small.
Port Rohan, right?
It is not. This
Okay.
they've never even given this port a name. They just call it the docking area. And
I have Port Rohan in my notes, and I don't know
y-
why. I don't remember
yes,
writing it.
That's where we're going.
yep. You guys were
Okay.
told that this ship is set to Port Rohan, which is another destination where soldiers disembark, kind of like from Fort, just to go on expeditions into the jungle from a different angle. That is the destination you guys were told you would be heading to. But here it's just a small little docking area, like maybe 3 docks, a bunch of rowboats there, uh, maybe like one hard structure, sort of like a tent where people who are the quote unquote dock hands stay. But everyone offloads from the wagons. Everyone's helped into the rowboats, uh, along with some gear and supplies that people brought from the fort. And you guys are slowly shipped out to, well, the ship that you guys can see out in the waters. And it's not the most impressive of naval ships, but it is a pretty decently sized one. And so I'll ask this question now. Uh, there's the 5 of you guys. Were you guys bringing Taban or Tali with you guys?
Taban.
All right.
She swing good.
I
What is
give her the
Tolly's
secret.
skill set?
I give her the secret handshake.
She gives you the handshake back.
I mean, Tolly can, I'm assuming, use firearms because that's what they were using
He can take
against.
a hit. He's a good punching bag.
Tabon can take considerably more hits, I feel like.
Probably.
Boop.
She's also got a shield. So yeah. Why is there a paddle map on a boat? What are we doing here?
Oh, you're on a boat.
What the- That's
Ooh,
weird.
and you can.
I can see, but I can't see us.
No?
Yeah, scroll down.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Oh,
So
there's
towards
two
the
boats.
yes.
Oh shit.
Why is there two boats?
Watch the boats.
So this is the vessel that you guys are on. They call it the Seagull, and you guys are sort of free to set your little dudes wherever. Uh, you guys offload with some of the other soldiers, and most of them begin to get to work at the barks of Captain Julian, who greets you guys a little quizzically. He wasn't fully sure of the reasoning that you guys were coming on the ship. He just knew that non-personnel were on joining on the ship, and so he kind of greets you guys, "Hello, hello." Uh, and he begins
Who's
to,
Julian?
yep, this guy,
Oh,
the different-looking dude from these other soldiers, and he kind of
nothing
begins
against
to,
humans.
uh, I guess, give you sort of a safety brief. You know, he's like, "No, don't do this. Help out if you can. If it's not, you know, if it's something that you can physically do, like if you see people moving crates around, maybe lend them a hand." Uh, and he kind of lets you know that we should be arriving at the destination within 2 days of sailing.
How smooth is the sailing?
He goes, "It varies greatly."
No, I'm
As
asking like right now, as we're on, how is it?
I mean, you guys are out in the ocean, so there's a little bit of a rock to it.
All right, Alexander is doing his best to hide his seasickness.
Ah, okay.
Now,
He is gripping the rail tight.
As you go to the edge of the rail, Captain Julian, he goes, "Do be careful at the edge of the boat. Don't want you falling overboard."
He just yeah.
Do we have to pay ferry to the turtle on this trip?
Julian says, "Yes, we at the fort, well, we've got that covered. You won't have to worry about chipping in."
Okay. Is
And
there anything we should be worried about as we're going out here on the waters?
he says, for the most part, these trips are fairly easy. The most dangerous thing you really have to worry about is the weather, as the weather here at Chul it can be very unpredictable.
I start looking out at the horizon.
Gasa raises her hand.
He goes yes and nods to Gasa.
This ship is called the Seagull. Yes.
Yes.
Why would you name such a marvelous ship after such a terrible, noisome creature?
I didn't name it,
That's fair.
but the
They're
ships of
awful
this.
birds.
He
I don't
goes.
like the sounds they make.
He goes. Well, they are annoying. I didn't name the ship, but the ships of this fleet are named after different seabirds.
You should probably rename it because everybody's just gonna think this is the annoying boat.
I'm sorry for you have my condolences.
He kind of chuckles. He's like, "Sure," but
Just shit the boat.
he informs you that there is a below deck. It's where most of the cargo is
Oh,
kept.
I didn't even notice it. Oh, we can't see that.
Yeah. But he goes, there is a door here where most of the crew stays. There's like hammocks and such in there. He says you guys are welcome to stay in there with them, or if you wanted to be like the bilge rats, you could sleep down in the cargo bay whenever you guys get tired. And yep, if you're wanting to look in there, boop. You go inside, and there's a bunch of hammocks just strewn about. Some of them are even like dual, almost like bunk bed hammocks, where there's a lower one and a slightly higher one.
Finally, the first one I've ever seen on a map.
Yep, there's a loo.
Yeah,
A
I'm surprised the
table.
boat even has one of those.
It's got buckets. That's what it has.
Yeah, not only
Yes,
that, well, there's a reason why the
essentially,
back of the ship's called a poop deck.
yeah, it's not like an airplane or a modern boat where there's a hole going out to the water. It's still just a bucket, but there's a loop where you can actually sit, so you don't have to sit physically on a bucket.
That's
But but
Why is it
yeah,
at the front of the ship?
because that's the crewman's bathroom. Because the crewmen stay in this room.
So in other words, break into the captain's bathroom.
You're right. It was the other way.
You can live
Go
that life
nuts.
if you want. But if you're kind of just wandering about the ship, yep, this one is definitely the captain's quarters. He has actual bed. He has like a small library, work post. And if you go into his bathroom, it is substantially larger, and he actually has a bath that he could run.
Oh shit! Does he got soap in here?
I mean, most people don't lock their bathrooms, so yeah.
All right, I take the soap.
Okay, you take a bar of soap.
Bro, we are out on the fucking wilds.
Yeah,
you know how hard it is to get soap.
Yeah, it has been probably about
mean-
2 months since you guys have taken a bath, but
We have not been here for 2 months. How dare you?
wandering through the jungle, yeah.
Has it been so long?
There's no fucking way we wandered through the jungle for 2 months.
I think it's been close
Um,
to a month since we've all met each other.
It's been a minute because each
Yeah,
one of
it's been a
those
minute.
hexes is a full days of travel, and it
Yeah.
took you guys a week just to get to the fort.
Yeah,
But-
it did.
Wow. Wow.
But yeah, with that, the captain begins to give orders to the crewmen. They all begin to do various different things, run the ropes, the sails, tie things down. There's a dude up here setting sail. Someone's pulling up the anchor. Yada yada yada. Ship stuff. You guys begin to set off, and at this point in time, it is quite a not necessarily cheery, but it is calm at the sea. And we'll go to this map again.
Woo. Where we going, boys?
And so you guys begin to whoops.
Party is changing.
Yeah. Keep not
Yes,
getting a
shift
good
keeps
not getting a good grip on it. Phrasing.
You knew what you were doing.
Yep, you guys begin to set sail, and right about out in this sort of area, the mouth of the bay, is once again where you guys see the enormous sight of the giant sea turtle. The captain holds up what looks like a very decent sized gem, kind of twinkles it in the sun to make sure it catches the turtle's attention, and then hurls it way out into the water. And once it disappears, the turtle submerges back underneath, rocking the boat a little violently from the waves of this massive beast just emerging and submerging. And as you guys are sailing, is there anything particular you guys want to do, or are you guys kind of just chilling on the boat, enjoying the views?
If there's any help that's needed, I'll Zig will help.
All right.
Yeah.
And so,
Same for Alexander as well.
Yeah,
All right.
likewise.
all right.
Yeah, and I'll be reminding people to lift with their legs. Good form.
Good form.
There's not too much work to be done at this point, but the crew is appreciative uh, with the few helping hands to like tie things down or maybe reposition crates and barrels that kind of shake loose from the rocking of the sea.
I'm gonna go see if there's anybody or anything to chill with up at the crow's nest.
Yeah, there is an individual up in the crow's nest. Are you going to try to climb up to him?
I'm assuming there's rigging,
There is.
so I do I have to make a climb check or can I just climb?
You will have to make a climb check. It is easier because there is rigging, but still, it's mostly like a rope bridge sort of thing or a rope ladder, so it's
Yeah, it's
shaky.
rigging.
Yep, and there's also the rocking of the boat and the breeze, so it's very shaky climbing up there.
Hmm. Well, I'll start climbing then.
All
Do I
right,
have to roll?
make a climbing check.
So athletics.
Yes.
Cool.
Cool money. Uh, yeah. You have with that roll, you have a little bit of trouble trying to climb up this rigging securely. Your feet keep slipping through the holes and kind of do that thing where you're like your leg just falls through.
Yeah.
It
Jeez.
making a little bit of a scene.
Yeah, I'm all right. Don't worry about it. I'll be fine.
So some of the crew look a little concerned. It's like, are you sure you want to go up there? You don't have
Ah,
to.
it's fine. No, I like high places.
Are you gonna continue to try to climb up to him?
Yeah, I'm gonna take a breath, readjust, kind of look around to better position myself, and I'll start climbing again.
Alrighty.
That's how I gotta check.
Yep.
Okay. This
There
is
you go.
wow,
Hey.
shit. 9 to 20s. This happens.
You resituate yourself and you start to get the hang of the pattern or the I guess the technique that is required to successfully scamper up to the crow's nest. And there's a dude up there and he's just like, "Oh, hello." Uh
Hello.
uh well, he's a little confused, but he's like, hi. Is there
What do they look like? What's their name? What's your name?
he goes, "My name is Smith." And he is definitely not Schultian. He has somewhat of a what would be considered Oriental for this reality.
All right. With that, then I'll be like, pleasure meeting you, Smith. I'm probably gonna be hanging out here a lot. And I start looking out on the horizon.
I'm getting
And now
that.
he's never left the island, so this is really cool to him.
I'm getting that feedback again. I think someone's mic.
Alex's.
Is it
Put on
mine?
It
headphones.
is.
How do I turn that off?
Headphones.
I am
Yeah.
wearing headphones.
If you hover over your picture on Roll20, there will be a mic option that you can turn off.
Ah, yep. But yeah, he's kind of just chilling up there, trying to keep an eye out. And from up top of the ship, you do get a much better vantage point of getting to check out these um, land formations and like just seeing the jungle and the mountains and gazing out into the ocean. Uh,
Uh, with the map that I was given by the commander, not by Silva, or God, it's been a while.
yep,
Sylvain.
yep.
I will start marking, any little bit more detail that might not be on that map.
Sure. With that, I think that will be a crafting check.
Huh. I don't remember if I trained in that. I am a skill monkey, though. Let's find out. I did.
15.
15.
All
Not
right.
bad.
So as you guys are rowing about, you begin to do your best to make the sort of crude map that the post commander gave you a little more detailed as you guys sail around the horn.
Nice.
And about here is when it begins to get a little dark. The night is starting to set in. Breeze is picking up a little bit. The air is getting a little more cooler. There's a little bit of a mist sort of flowing out at sea.
I am.
Defog.
Sleep out on the deck. There is space on the deck. They would kind of, they do. The people do kind of recommend, uh, or at least try to coax you to sleep in the hammocks. But if you try to sleep just like along the railings or such, or along the, I guess what you could call walls of these sort of raised areas, as long as you're
The
not,
tunnels.
yeah, as long as you're not like impeding foot traffic of them, they won't really hard press you about it too much.
All right.
And does a naughty wish to just stay up in the crow's nest for
I mean,
the?
I'll be surveying a little bit. In fact, I'd like to ask Schmidt if he's got like any kind of scope or spyglass that maybe I can, if he'd be comfortable for me to use it as well.
He goes sure. He pulls out a no somewhat small sort of spyglass, and he kind of hands it to you.
Eh, excellent. And I will just start using it. Looking about. The mist just rolled up. I'll look around for why that is.
Alrighty, go ahead and make a perception check.
Ooh. Uh, are we using the normal spyglass ruling for it?
Yeah,
Okay, so with that, is this like a really good spyglass, or is this like, this is what they give the soldiers?
it's a basic spyglass.
All right, so then just normally I can see up to 8 times vision. It's no other bonuses. 17's not bad.
All right. So you begin to look
Here we
around,
go.
just kind of
Me too.
examining as the evening rolls in. You don't see a whole too much other than darkness sort of out towards the sea, and with a little bit of mist seemingly coming up around the ship. It kind of impedes your vision a little more. But from what you can tell, it just seems to be sort of a, at least from what you could tell, a natural sort of weather phenomenon of mist or fog sort of just creeping out from the jungle, mixing with the air, the ocean air, and seems to be making sort of like a mist. But the night goes on as you guys begin to sail, and you guys make it to about here when the sun should be coming up. However,
Would be.
yeah, should be.
That's fucked up.
Uh-oh.
However, anyone who is not currently awake is awoken sort of violently at one point. Anyone who uh, did not say want to go to sleep, such as some of the crew people who had kind of worked through the night to just maintain the
Yeah.
ship and steer or whatever. Anyone who was awake could see a storm began to brew in, and within a matter of minutes, the ship is completely engulfed in this uh, heavy rain and wind, lightning and thunder, and
The ambiance.
yeah,
Sounds like it's a lot of crying happening at this sound.
yeah. This is the only one that's like storm at sea sound on Roll20. But yeah, crewmen begin to sort of shout to each other as the storm is picking up quite powerfully. It's rocking the ship. And as I mentioned, anyone who wasn't awake probably gets awoken very violently as they get knocked out of their uh, hammocks or wherever they were sleeping. And
Nagasa probably wakes up with like the fierce few raindrops hitting her face.
That's right, if you were sleeping outside. So you definitely would have been one of the first to get awoken.
I'm assuming the waves are getting like rougher and everything, right?
Yes. And
Okay, Alexander runs out and fucking vomits over the side.
let's start setting everyone up where they would be sleeping. And so Taban definitely would have been in one of the bunks.
I just had her leaning against that the whole time. Didn't know what she wanted.
See what's the fastest way out here.
I've been sleeping in here.
If the
Yeah,
door is
the captain's
more
not cool with you
left-
just sleeping in there with him.
I figured. I don't actually sleep there.
What, you telling me he doesn't want a cuddle buddy?
He does not.
Oh.
Are you sure, bruv? I guarantee I'm probably pretty nice.
But the crew begin to scamper about as this and shout at each other, and it is quite a chaotic scenario. As Alexander, you rushing out, and Gaza, since you guys are the first ones outside. You note that vision is not very much. You guys can actually only see about like maybe 5 feet in any direction from the heavy rain and the thick fog. The only thing that you can really make out through the fog is these soldiers sort of running around the ship doing things, but you can only see them because each of them has like a portable hip lantern they have lit so that they give themselves some vision at night. But with
Gasa is going to a sort of like halo of motes of light float around her head like a halo of stars.
all right, that will
Sick.
give you 10 feet of vision. But with that, the storm is kicking up a good bit. Let's get everyone to roll initiative.
Oh. Wasn't expecting that one.
Nat is going to stay inside his bunk. He has
That's
never been
good.
sailing before. Good luck, the rest of you.
I like this. This is acceptable.
And Anadi, if you would like to, I guess, take control of Taban like you normally do.
Of course. Do you want me to roll a separate initiative for her?
Yes, please.
All right. I have her thing already open. And perception. Natural one. Wow.
Woo!
So she's last. Oh, no, she's
Wow.
she's last.
All right.
Gasa is not a morning person, I guess.
And so, right off the bat, the first thing I need everyone to do is to make you can either choose to make a athletics or acrobatics check, or another check if you can say why it would be effective. But at this point, the ship is rocked violently by a powerful wave that just smacks into the side of the ship. And so I need everyone to essentially make a check for
Thank God
balance.
Alexander made that because he's right at the fucking border of the fucking
So
ship.
is
Yep.
this just to like stay on our feet? Is that
Yes.
what this check is for? Okay.
Yep.
Oh, and Taban. Athletics for her. 21.
Whew. Thank God.
All right, Ziggs and Bob. The two of you guys are inside. When this powerful wave hits the side of the boat, both of you are knocked prone. However, since you are inside, you know, where it's quote unquote dry, neither of you, go slipping and sliding around on the boat.
You're just flopping ow.
Yep, you guys just sort of eat shit. But with
Nice.
that, first up is Anadi. Is there anything
There we
you would
go.
like to do?
Yeah. I locked the door.
All right, he goes to the bathroom and locks the door. I assume that's going to be a full turn action, so then we'll go to
That's
Alexander.
everything. Nadi does not know how to pilot on a ship. Good luck, you all.
All right, then we go to Alexander.
Yep.
As you are out on the ship, you miraculously somehow stop yourself from falling
Ah.
overboard as a violent wave just careens into the ship. Uh, as you get a little bit, you do have a little bit of your senses about you, but uh, from what you can tell, they are the soldiers, the sailors are sort of scampering about, yelling. It seems that some of the, I guess, structures on the ship, the bindings are starting to come loose, and so
Oh.
this
Uh-oh.
this will sort of act as a chase encounter, except everyone will be on the boat, and so what is happening is cargo untied. Some of the cargo, various things around the ship, are becoming loose and
Hmm.
are beginning to like slide around, causing havoc or just whipping about. And so, everyone
Okay.
on your turn, you can decide to do either a thievery, crafting check, or another check if you can explain why it would help in the situation. And so, first is
Okay.
Alexander.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. So I guess what I'm not familiar with this kind of encounter, so what is it that I need to be doing?
Essentially, it's kind of like when Alex's character ran the gauntlet. It's just a series of skill checks that have to be met, and with a number of successes is met by the party, it moves on to the next part of the encounter.
Okay. So I guess what's the closest thing to me that I need to fucking fix or whatever?
At this point, it's kind of just various crates. Some of the ships, like these rowboats, have, and some of the scaffolding, uh, the rigging, it's all starting to fly loose. It doesn't really matter what you go attend to. You just declare that you are helping to tie things down, and then perform a
Okay.
thievery or crafting check, or another check that you can deem reasonable.
So are you said the rowboats, are they hanging off the side or are they on the ship or what?
They are back here. They are hauled up on the ship.
Okay. Okay, and they're like sliding around about to
Yep,
fall off?
yep. They are the bindings that are sort of anchoring them in place are coming undone, so they're starting to slide about.
Okay. Well, I have a movement of 25. It's gonna take a while for me to get there.
Uh, Movement doesn't really matter at this point.
Okay. So we're just gonna run over there because this is our only way off if shit goes tits up. Um,
Yep.
what can I? So the bindings are coming unloose. I'm not worth shit at crafting or thievery, so I do athletics just to try to hold them all together.
Sure.
Okay,
You try to muscle them while one of the other soldiers tries to do his best knots.
works for me. 17.
17. All right. You seem to be making some leeway with that. Up the storm is not over.
We're free.
And then with that, it goes to Bob. Is there anything Bob would like to do? Would you like to lend a helping hand as you guys in here can very easily, well, not easily, but over the mighty crashing of the storm, you can hear crew running about and screaming orders and such.
Yeah, Bob will just get up and go see what's going on. He's a little confused.
Alrighty. You
He just pops up, like, "Hey guys, what's going on?"
you come walking out and
Gets
are
taken out by a cannon rolling across the map.
violently accosted by the wind and the rain. And just like I mentioned before, can barely see anything. The only little thing that you can really see is a little bit around you in the darkness and the light from some of the sailors as they scurry about. But from them shouting, you're like, "This has come unloose, tie that down." People are barking orders at each other. And so you can tell that people need help refastening stuff. And so, just like with Alexander, you can either perform a thievery or crafting check, or another check that you would deem uh, feasible to perform to help secure things.
What could I do? Because I am crap at a whole lot of stuff. At 0 for crafting. I mean,
If you have any
best I could probably do.
spells, if you have any spells that you think might be helpful, you could also cast a spell.
Oh yeah, I can cast dancing lights. A bunch of lights. Just try to get as much vision as we can.
All right. So you create a couple light orbs. They're not as bright as they normally are because of all the mist and the rain, but they do make a little bit more light. So you can see a little bit more.
Shit's creepy, yo. On the boat.
All right. Well, if that's all you're doing, it'll move on to Ziggs.
All right. I'll get up and step out. What's the next thing that looks like that it's like about to like fall apart?
There's various things just all around you, like some of the net ropes, the uh, rigging ladders, crates are tied down. Various things are just starting to come undone. They're
All
being
right.
shaken loose by the storm.
All right. I'll go over to the crates and I would like to attempt an athletics check to hold them in place while someone else can tie them.
Alrighty, go ahead and roll it. You run up and attempt to hold these crates in place, but it just seems that you cannot fully muscle the weight of whatever is in these boxes as they are still sliding about.
Okay.
But next it goes to Taban.
In your opinion, DM, how much experience does Taban have with sailing ships?
None.
Non ships. None. Cool. I don't think she'd be a coward, but I don't think she'd try and help with the rigging. So I think I know what she's going to do. She, who her best girlfriend is on top of the deck that she knows is up there, will go up and make sure she's all right.
Alrighty.
And she will use her action or anything to help Gasa with whatever she does to try and keep her secure.
Alright.
Especially since they're on the front of the fucking ship.
So she will give Gasa aid for whatever Gasa decides to do.
Yeah.
Whatever Gasa desires.
She doesn't want to lose her fucking best friend with the secret handshake.
And it then goes to Gasa. And what would Gasa like to do?
So before all these cries go out, Gasa seems almost like a little excited. She sort of like she braces herself against the wind, like throws her arms back, like woo! She's pelted with rain. But then she hears the people shouting and realizes that she needs to help out around here. So she is going to go and she's going to use crafting to sort of tie stuff back down here.
Alrighty.
So I don't know if Taban wants to make her roll first.
What is a crafting check?
I mean, if you can get away with athletics as other people have been doing.
She is using her athletics to give you all the things that you need for crafting. So,
Yep.
Or to hold stuff down. Ooh.
Well.
I will use my hero
So-
point on Taban if I can.
If you would like to, sure.
Yeah, because I'm the one controlling her. I hope you allow that, and you said so. It's better than a 1 because I don't want to throw Gossa overboard.
It's not a critical failure.
Yeah, don't want to throw you overboard.
That's a regular
All right,
failure.
She
18.
grabs a rope.
All
and
right.
kinda undoes
That
some of
is
somebody else's radio.
another success. And then we go back to Anadi. And I assume Anadi is still just going to keep cowering in the toilet.
I'm not cowering. I can't do anything. I close the lid and I sit on top.
Okay. Alexander.
Yep. How's the situation on these boats? Are they good yet?
They can be.
Okay.
It's really not I guess mechanically important what all you're helping with, just that you're helping. Because there are still things that do need to be resecured.
All right, I'm gonna run up to the guy on the wheel and I'm like, you, what's the most important thing right now?
He goes, I don't know. I'm trying to keep the boat steady. Go see what other people need help with.
Okay, we're gonna run down to hear this guy. You, what are you doing?
He goes, I'm trying to keep the sails from flapping off.
All right, let me help you with that. Fuck, what do I need to do for this?
It's the same.
Same.
Crafting, thievery, or if
The
athletics
sails,
once again.
This is like so that's like the holding the ropes and shit, right?
Yep, ropes that are
Okay,
anchoring
that
the
can be
sails.
athletics.
All right. Yep. So you try to hold the ropes to keep the sails from flapping off their poles and such. And then we go to Bob.
Well, can't really do very much here besides just hold shit.
And buff people. Buff people to hold you down.
Right.
Flex, Bob,
actually-
show that you are important.
Actually, I can actually do that. I can cast Song of Strength.
What does that do?
He gives a bonus on athletics checks.
His muscles begin to hum
It's just everybody.
as everyone within 60 feet becomes a little more ripped, just like you.
Yeah, it's time to get a workout, boys. Yeah.
We're getting swole today. And then, if there's nothing else you would like to do, we will move on to Ziggs. And there's still a little bit left that needs to be resecured at this point in time.
All right, and then what all would that be?
Well, you didn't really help with the crates, so you can attempt to try to do the crates again.
Okay, yeah, I'll try that.
All right.
23.
And with that, you allow, or I guess help, to get the crates resecured. And now at this point, the storm is still rocking about. And so let's get everyone to make another acrobatics or athletics check.
Does a naughty have to? Because I'm in a very small room, safe.
I guess you could technically pass other than just hitting your head on something. You'll be fine.
Nice. So Tabana gets an 18.
And then all of this is
Or 18.
has a +1.
Oh yeah. So
Okay.
Yep.
A 12.
Yeah, that's equal to my acrobatics. So, oh, thank God.
All right, everyone is. Ziggs, you barely keep your feet planted, but Alexander, you have a little bit of trouble as when the wave rocks, you get knocked prone and then go sliding,
Uh-oh.
Ooh,
Uh-oh.
and you get slid right to the edge.
Okay, yep.
And that is not the only thing that happens. There comes
Uh-oh.
a loud snap, almost like a piece of thunder, and or a roll of thunder, and you hear someone cry, "A cannon's gotten loose!" And we'll just say it's this cannon, this middle one right here. And so, Ziggs just went, so then it goes to Taban.
All right.
And at this point, one of the cannons has gotten loose. And so now
And-
it will need an athletics, crafting, or another check that you deem necessary to help secure it and fashion it back in place.
Taban notices this as well.
Yeah,
Did he hear?
someone who was in that area cries out, "A cannon has broken loose."
This
And
big pile of rigging and or rope that either might be left over, but we'll find out. She will grab, jump over the railing, and see if she can secure it.
oh, and as she begins to move, at this point, movement,
She trips.
maybe at this point, movement becomes a little more hazardous as I mentioned, the rain and the wind are just compounding. So now everything on the boat is slippery. So for every stride action, she will need to perform an acrobatics check.
So 2 at the very least. That's my sheet. She's not got great acrobatics. Let's find out, boys. She would effectively end her first stride jumping over the railing. So
Let's see what happens.
your call, DM. 4.
Yep.
Yippee.
Yep, she
Oh,
goes
boy.
Straight down.
hauling over and just boop, falls prone. But
Alright.
thankfully for her, there's some railing and stairs right there that she gets slammed into. So she is still prone, but she can use an action to pick herself up, and then another action to attempt to move to the cannon.
Action. Stride. Oh.
And as she begins to move, make another acrobatics for her.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Woo! As she,
Man, this is a slippery deck.
yep, as she eats shit again.
Bro,
And that
welcome to
goes-
an episode of Wipeout.
Then it goes to Gasa.
Alright, is there anything else here for Gossa to tie down, or does she need to make her way to the cannon?
There is not. At this point, it's all attention on the cannon.
Alright. She's gonna start making her way there. As she passes Zig, she's like, "Isn't this exciting?"
Because, yeah, that's right. Gasa would have never experienced something like this before.
Nope.
And
But they don't know that.
as she strides, let's get her to make an acrobatics check.
Going down.
Yep.
Oh my god.
No.
Oh boy.
And so she ends up falling prone. You may use
Alright.
an action to stand back up.
Yep, she does so with a chiming laugh, and then starts trying to move again.
All right. Make another acrobatics check. And unfortunately, with that, she once again falls
Holy
prone.
shit.
Okay, that's 3
Uh,
actions.
You can still move to that spot. It's just
Okay.
that you slip as you go along your way.
Slip down the stairs, snap her neck.
And that's the end of
It's
Gaza.
fine.
Unless Anadi does anything, we will just skip him once again.
I say farewell to the port and the land.
Alexander, your turn.
Yep. Action to stand up, get himself unprone, as long as I'm not like in danger of falling off. Here.
Not immediately.
Okay.
Well,
Yep.
I guess immediately, but standing up won't cause you to fall over.
Okay. Yep. So I hear them yell about the cannon. I can't see the cannon, because of the thick rain. Um, I'm assuming I can see. I can see the cannon that's like right in front of me, and I'm assuming it's not the other two. So yeah, we're just gonna run over to like this side.
All right. As you go running across the poop
Yeah.
deck, making
Yeah.
acrobatics,
Yeah. Fuck you. Yeah.
and you slip and fall
Oh, ah!
prone as you go running across.
All
Does
right.
nobody have
Oh,
fucking
okay. I'm gonna take another action to stand up.
All right.
We're not
And
prone, and I think that ends the turn for me.
yep, it does. Bob.
Okay, well, I am going to continue with the Song of Strength.
All right.
It's a cantrip, and I can just keep doing it. And I'm gonna go to the nearest person that needs help. I guess.
Which
I don't know
people
who
seem to
needs
be coalescing
fun and
in this area.
help. All right, so head over here, and
And
I'll
as
start helping out with things and kind of taking a second between each motion to just kind of pose a bit more and just
step,
relax each
pose.
time.
And as you go trying to saunter your way across the deck, give us an acrobatics check.
Okay, let's see. Acrobatics.
Unfortunately, with 15,
My
but
God.
unfortunately with that, you still slip.
Is this a DC 15 check?
No, the DC 16.
Ah,
oh, this boat
none of us are acrobats.
I think I'm the only. Oh no, you have acrobat as well.
Me?
Yeah,
No.
like
No, Zig.
What's
Oh, sorry.
it's really funny that this is not that hard of a check, but it's beating y'all's ass so hard.
We're a bunch of buff people running around, and our one swirly dude's locked himself in the fucking bathroom.
Next up is Ziggs.
All right. I will go over to help Alexander with the cannon.
All right.
Down, bro.
As you stride, make an acrobatics. All right. The
Hey.
first person to successfully navigate the slippery ship deck as you kind of just jump and skate past everyone. It's like, what's the big deal? What are you guys having trouble with? At this point, since you have actions left, you can actually make a check to assist with the cannon. And so
Alright.
you can perform an athletics, crafting, or any other check you deem necessary.
I will go with athletics.
Alrighty. With 22. Alright.
Nice. 23 because of this.
Oh yeah, 23. And so with that, you begin to assist with this cannon. And cannons are not light. They are very heavy. And this thing, even for you, it's hard to muscle this thing. This is going to need some teamwork to resituate this thing. But then it goes to Taban.
As the souls of the dead remain forever in my mind.
Blue? Taban?
Yep.
Up is Taban's turn to help if she would like.
Sorry, Alexander started singing and my brain couldn't fucking.
You started singing.
I did start singing because it's one of my favorite songs.
It's very good.
Am I in range to help?
We'll say yeah.
All
And
right,
so-
even if I'm not, I'm gonna step over Alexander to do so, which is not a stride action.
Correct.
That's
Bob.
Yep. A step allows you to secure your movement.
Oh, there we go. Sorry, 20.
Oh, wow.
Press twice.
Oh.
She uses 2 actions to fucking athletics this shit down.
Well, it's just once per turn, unfortunately. But she does help. She begins to help Ziggs sort of push the cannon back into where it needs to be. And then it goes to Gasa.
Goss is gonna spend 3 actions to crawl.
Okay.
nice.
Big brain. No acrobatics required.
Nope. That's my.
Oh, it's crawling only 5 feet.
It is. Well, yep.
Dang. All right. And then we go to Naughty. Skip over Naughty.
I'm
Alexander.
still singing.
So is this cannon secured then? Can I see it?
You can see it, but it is not secured. It will need a good bit more teamwork to reattach and resecure
Alright.
this cannon.
Yep. So we're not gonna crawl, but we are going to move very carefully over here.
Step athletic.
All right, so 2 step actions, and then go ahead and make that athletics or crafting check.
Yup. Don't worry about it. Everything is gonna be okay.
Alrighty.
Everything is okay.
And then we go to Bob, which you can see the 3 muscly people all sort of trying to manhandle this cannon
You also
back
see
into
lights about ankle height, 10 feet away,
yeah,
advancing upon you.
creepy little lights that look like glowing eyes crawling towards you in the darkness.
It's a ring of them.
Okay, it has 4 eyes. But what would
Yeah.
Bob like to do?
I would like to keep doing my little posing / song of strength. See if
Alrighty.
I'll ever actually help somebody with
Uh,
and keep holding on to the damn cannon so it doesn't squish people.
You did help Alex earlier.
Oh, hey, somebody else.
Alright.
Yeah.
And if you are assisting like that, go ahead and make athletics.
Athletics, please don't fuck up. Oh,
Alright.
it's a 17. Three.
And then we go to Ziggs, which this cannon, you guys are making some headway, but it does still need some work.
Alright, so am I able to do anything while I'm helping hold it in place?
Once again, you can do another athletics or crafting or another check or skill that you deem necessary.
Alright. My crafting isn't really that good, but I'll try that to see if I could snake the rope around to attempt to tie it in place.
Alrighty.
No.
You do not. You try to fiddle with the ropes and you just can't get them. And maybe it's you're not good with ropes, or maybe it's because they're all soaking wet. But who knows? Then it goes back to Taban. And what would she like to do?
Is the cannon is not secured?
Correct.
And we need a crafting at this point to try and secure it.
Athletics or crafting, or any other
Then we'll just
check.
Yeah, we'll just keep the athletics then.
All right. You guys are making some good headway. This thing is almost fully resecured. And then we go to Gasa.
1, 2. Bob, you feel something grab your ankle. She pulls herself along the deck. 3. Hello.
Oh.
And we skip over the bathroom monster. Alexander.
Not a monster.
There's a spider in the bathroom.
There's a spider in the bathroom. Alright.
Fucking word drop.
Oh.
This is basically Australia. It's normal.
Yeah.
This cannon, it's almost there. You can feel that you guys almost have it fully reattached.
You're another thundercrack.
No.
I mean, an athletics is it's just to hold it there, isn't it?
Yeah, basically. However,
okay.
you could, along that mindset, you could try to do some sort of wedging action to essentially make it get stuck in a position. It won't. It would have to be later unstuck to actually use it, but I mean,
Right. How is it normally kept in place?
there's some ropes that tie it to the
Can I
edge.
try a survival check to do some knot shit?
Sure.
Fuck.
Unfortunately, you try to do some some not shit, but it just
It's
no
not
real
shit.
avail. Yeah, it's shit.
Yeah.
And it goes to Bob.
Well, I don't know how to tie knots. So, just keep the song strength going.
Alrighty.
We can tie this damn thing down.
Then it
No,
goes to Ziggs. Alex.
Oh, sorry. I will. Man. Following what Zig did, I'll try a survival check to see if I could get that knot through.
Alrighty. Alrighty. And with that, you help your companion successfully tie some knots and re-secure the cannon to the ship. And just as you do so, another mighty wave rocks the side of the ship. And so I need
Comes
everyone
up on deck, washes Goss away.
to make an athletics or acrobatics check.
Can I get a bonus because I am stabilized on the ground here? Actually, don't even have to make a check.
Ooh, I'm gonna
This is
hero
tough.
point that one.
I will
Two
say
nat ones?
yes, because you're also having to deal with some of the water coming over and washing
Ooh.
you away.
Okay.
This
I
is
am-
crit fail shit.
I am also going to hero point that shit.
Ooh, not a crafting
13's
check.
better than
What?
nothing.
Oh, I pushed wrong one. Whoop. There we go. Oh my god.
Woo!
Hey, 13,
Woo.
baby.
Oh,
A
we're
lot of poor
fucked.
checks. Well, hopefully to be a difference from the crit
All right.
success would fail.
So, Ziggs, you are good. Everyone else, as this wave hits and light splashes over the ship, you guys get careened by some of the wave and go onto the.
Now, Zach.
Yes.
Since Alexander was standing next to me, can I use my reaction, my attack of opportunity, to grapple him so he doesn't get to the edge?
Or treat it like
You.
a grab a ledge reaction.
I was gonna say you can do that if you want to attack of opportunity grapple, but what everyone else can do is for your reaction you can perform the grab and edge reaction, and when you do this trigger, you would fall or past an edge or handhold, and when you do so you must succeed a reflex save. And so,
Let's see.
Alex, if you would like, well, Taban. Oh, yep, Taban.
Yeah, hold on. I have to figure out what my proficiency is.
And so
Reflex.
they were all sort of around you. So I would say you. Well, I guess Bob's fine. So Taban, Alexander, or Gasa, whichever one you would like to attempt to grapple before they have to make their own check. Or I guess, well, Taban has made their check. So
No,
Alexander or Gasa.
I hit the wrong button.
Are you gonna try to grapple me?
Yeah, I hit the wrong button. I backed out of this page I was in. Here,
Okay.
rolling now.
Your in-game mic is back on.
Oh, all right. Let me fix that.
You gotta turn that off.
I did. I don't know why it turned back on.
11.
Is that your attack roll?
Yes.
I don't think that will hit anyone.
Well, I can accept being hit, right? I don't have to try to defend it.
So then, let's see. If you would allow yourself to be attacked, that would be 10 plus your armor bonus. if you're taking away your dodge, the dexterity bonus. And what would that be?
My dexterity bonus?
Take it your AC minus your dexterity bonus.
It's still 20.
All right.
Ah,
I tried.
Because my dexterity bonus is a whopping 0.
all right. Well, Taban, Bob, and Gossa. Ooh,
Good.
Alexander is good. Unfortunately, Taban is not good. As you all careen into the side and grab a hold of the ledge to stop yourself from spilling into the black, stormy water, Taban falls in, lets out a wail, and disappears from sight.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
And at that sudden realization, the storm is still going on. However, Ziggs, you kind of notice that it's a lot quieter on the ship than you remembered. You do a quick survey around, seeing that most of your friends have managed to stay on the ship. And you notice that it's dark. Most of the lights running about from the different sailors have all disappeared.
Oh,
Like they fell off the ship.
You don't know. You don't hear people shouting. You don't see their hip lights flickering about in the mist. What would you like to do?
goddamn seagull.
I said they were bad birds.
Okay, so can I do a perception check, like to see if I could like see them, or if it's possible for me like to hear them if they like went overboard or
Sure.
anything like that?
Make a perception check. 14. Uh, you are glancing about, and the vision that you have from the storm is not very great, but you feel that you can see a figure in the darkness. It doesn't have a hip light on it, so it could be a sailor that his light like fell off or went out, but you don't know.
All right, I will yell out and be like, "Hey, where did everybody go?"
At that realization, the sailor who's beside you is kind of like, "Oh shit!" As he's looking around, realizing that him and the steering guy seem to be the only ones left.
How the fuck is the
Shit.
captain been, by the way? He's been MIA.
Like, I'll look over at the person. Like, did they fall off?
He goes, I don't know. I hope not. He's starting to get a little panicky now.
All right, and then where is the figure that I could see standing but that doesn't have a light?
You can vaguely see a shape out in this direction.
All right, I'll start walking that direction to see if they're all right.
All right. Do you step or stride?
Uh,
Because the deck is still wet. It's all slippery, and the ship's
Oh.
rocking back violently.
I'll step.
All right. You step. You get a little bit closer, but it's still just a shadowy figure to you.
And the entire time I'm calling out to them, trying to get their attention.
Yep. Then it goes to Gossa.
All right, without giving much thought to it, just sort of acting on instinct, Gossa stops any amusement she had at this, spends one action to pull out her rope, knots it around her waist as tightly as she can, hands the other end to Bob, and is like, "Get ready to reel me back in," and is going to jump in the water for Taban.
All right.
Boy.
Go ahead. Make a craft check on that knot real quick.
All right.
Well, crafting or survival. We can accept either.
Oh, good. My survival's 1.
What is that?
All right. Come on. Oh,
Woo!
thank goodness.
Ooh.
All right, you in the heat of the moment somehow tie a fantastic knot around yourself, hand the rope to Bob, and just like hold this, and then you jump over the edge of the boat.
Swan
And
dive.
yep, it's a good 15-foot drop, and then you are painfully penetrate through the waves. It's almost like you hit solid ground, but then you just go right through it. The waves are pretty rough, but it is dark. Like
I
you
have
can't even
both.
see. Oh, yep, you have the
I have
light.
both dark vision and I've got the halo of lights.
Ah, all right. So you have the lights about you, and you're glancing about in the darkness, but you don't see anything.
For now. That was the last of your actions, so no.
Yeah, I mean that was all 3 actions, so I'll seek next round or something.
All right. Then it goes to Anadi.
I'm
With
doing something. This turn.
okay.
A naughty
I was
doesn't
gonna
hear
say though,
cries out on the deck anymore, like you said.
before you actually activate, Alex, as you are slowly and trying to securely step towards whatever the shape is, you hear a faint scream, a muffled scream. As it draws your attention, the light up by the steering wheel is gone. And through the dark waves, well, through the dark mist, the heavy rain, a shadow comes creeping out of the darkness to you. It kind of looks something like this.
Oh, fun.
What was that?
So
It's a weird, as best you could describe it, a fish man comes plop, plop, walking along the ship deck, making horrible gurgling noises. But with that, we will go to Anadi.
All right. I will come out of the bathroom. This is a sleeping cot, so I'm assuming there's some form of lantern in here, and I will assume there's one on this wall. Do you mind
Yep.
if I take it off, or if I say that's okay?
Yep, that's
Doing
completely
that,
reasonable.
I
Small.
will then come out onto the deck with the light in the lantern, and this isn't a hip lantern. This is, I'm assuming, a full lantern. So
It would be a hip lantern just hooked onto the wall.
Fair enough. Then if that's the case, then I'm now out here on the deck with the lantern.
Because exposed fire on a ship is not good.
Yeah. And I would say probably I did not go to the bathroom with my crossbow, but I probably still got like a fucking knife on me, so I'll have a hand just on my side. What the bloody hell's going on out here? I thought it's been done. I don't hear anybody.
Yep. You come out in mostly darkness, and you don't really hear too many people shouting and scurrying about anymore. But kind of like Alex, you can see a vague shape here in the shadows.
Does my lantern reach 20 feet?
It would give you 10 feet of good vision instead of 5
and
feet.
Then 10 of dim, so I see some shape.
No, just 10 feet.
Oh,
because all the mist and the rain is acting as obscurance.
Brutal. That's my turn.
And then it goes to Alexander.
All right, I want to look to Bob and I'm like, all right, what magic shit can you do so I don't die?
Well, I can probably make you feel a bit better about things.
Have you ever tried therapy?
Alexander's just going to chuckle and then, one sweep of the leg over the rail.
So you
Out of cord.
go out.
You can't hold 2 cords.
So you just free dive out into the waves.
Yes.
All right. Let me check what you are wearing real quick.
It is not the breastplate. I'm not wearing the breastplate.
All right, that'll make it slightly easier.
Yeah.
As you
trust me, I accounted for this. My AC is currently 2 less.
as you careen into the dark waves, violent waves. Gasa, as you are kind of just chilling there under the water, there's a mild explosion as something falls into the water close to you. You can see that it is Alexander. And
Okay.
Alexander, as you fall into the water, it is in the ocean during a heavy storm. It is not an easy swim. And so
Well, under the waves during a storm is much nicer than above the waves.
it is. It's still not easy.
Yeah.
There's still current. And
I'm
so
aware.
well, what would you like to do now that you're out here in the water?
Okay. So I have aimed for right where I thought Taban had fallen in, like her splash zone.
Ah, yes.
So I'm going to get there and I'm just going to, as strongly as I can, like breaststroke just right down.
All right. Go ahead and give me swim, so athletics check. All right. You begin to do your best swim, kind of just straight down. It is not an easy swim. It does seem to get a little easier the deeper you do go. However, it also gets darker as you head away from Gasa and her lights. But Gasa, you can still keep an eye on Alexander. You can see him.
Okay.
And so you go deeper into the water, but you still don't really see anything. And you are still being pushed about.
Hmm.
Or at least it feels like you're being pushed about.
Say no divine intervention on this one. I mean, yeah, this is just kind of the whole thing. It's just oh fuck, the bond's dying. Oh fuck, the bond's dying.
I believe you do have one action left.
Yeah. Was Taban wearing armor?
Kinda?
Taban, probably, yeah.
She had her like
armor is
sorta
technically
get up.
studded leather armor, but
Yeah.
it's up to you, DM. Does she sleep in that?
She
I
doesn't
think
really.
she wear less clothes.
Yeah. People don't normally sleep in their armor, so
Yeah.
Can I do a prayer, like a silent prayer, asking for divine intervention here?
sure.
Fuck it. Nope.
Well, you try to usher a prayer, but your mind is just too distracted by everything that's going on. You can't properly concentrate right now.
Yep.
But then we go to Bob. And you're still holding that rope. You can kind of see Gasa underneath the water. You can see the glowies from her as she went in. What are you doing?
I'm gonna hunker down and hold on to that fucking rope.
Alrighty.
Then after seeing this dude just jump off the boat,
Yep.
just like, hey dude, like try not to die. Chest guidance.
All right.
I'm
You.
gonna kill myself. Help me. Bye.
So yeah, I'll cast guidance on it.
I will say. Does guidance require a visual target?
It does not say.
You might say one ally you can see, or just one ally.
It says target one creature, range 30 feet.
All right. Well, you can't see Alexander, and he at this point he's definitely more than 30 feet away from you.
Okay. Well, dang.
Is there anything else you would like to do?
continue Song of Strength and cast guidance on Gasa.
Alrighty. Then we go to Zig.
Who's mad?
All right. When this thing fully comes into my view, I'll be like, guys, we got fish people. And I'll turn around and look to see that most of the party's gone. I'm going, oh, all right. And then
Today's a good day.
I'll look at the steering wheel of the boat and I'm going, oh, all right. And I'll pull my sword out and unstick my shield. Does this creature look like aggressive?
That's really a matter of opinion. It isn't doing anything other than standing there looking at you right now. However, I mean, what would your mind say? You're on a ship in the middle of the storm, people are disappearing, and now there's a fish guy there.
Attack it.
Do go with your heart.
All right. Zig will take 2 steps up in front of this fish person and take a swing at it.
Alrighty. Whew. You go to swing out at this thing, and it kind of just dodges out of the way of your swing. And it responds with a horrible gurgling sound as it just glares at you.
Is my shield glowing?
Your shield is not glowing.
Okay.
Next, we will go to Gasa.
Alright, so I'm going to start off with a seek action, just sort of desperately looking for Taban. Ooh.
You
Another seek action.
While it is a better roll, there's still no difference. You see no sign of Taban.
Okay.
Let's hope she can swim.
Yeah, I think
She know how to swim.
Gasa has to start retreating.
Are you gonna try to get Alexander?
Yeah, she'll like reach out and grab him and like signal, we need to go up.
Alexander is a good bit deeper in the water than you at this point. Because he did
boy.
make a swim action going straight down.
Oh god. Hold up, let me see what I got.
All good.
Alright. I've got other people I rely on to track stuff. So, Gasa did have a bunch of her stuff on her. She is going to pull out her compass and drop it on him.
Okay.
Because she can't, reach him. And obviously, and she's gonna, try to shout, because, you can hear a little bit of stuff through the water, maybe. When you're under the waves, yeah.
Fair enough. That's kind of true.
Yeah. But then she's gonna start, making her way back towards the ship, try to get, Bob to help haul her up.
Alright. So, as you're down there just frantically searching for Taban, you casually drop something, hoping that
I
reaches...
don't casually do it, I very deliberately do it.
Yep. Try to get Alexander's attention. Do your best to sort of scream or yell at him to get his attention in some way. And then resurface to get Bob's attention. And is there anything you say to Bob when you surface?
There's no sight of her. Haul me back in.
All right. Then goes to Anadi.
I don't see fish. Well, Zig said fish people.
Yep.
Can I make any kind of society check? Have I heard any stories within Port Nyanzaru of fish people?
I mean, there's all kinds of story of fish people. That's not really anything to go on. I mean, there's all kinds of aquatic races. So just saying fish people is not specific to anything.
Fair enough. Christ. Fuck it.
All right, you
I
go
see a
running up
fish.
to flank this thing. With the light, you can now get a better look at this thing. And so now, if you would like to, you could use an action to recall knowledge society to try to identify this thing.
Cool. Have I heard tales of this in Port Nyanzaru?
Probably not.
All right, then I'll make a standard.
You do not know what this thing is, but it is definitely, like Zig said, it's a fish person.
Well, I see Zig's weapon in it. I guess I'll stab it.
Yep, go ahead.
They literally could be here trying to save us from this boat crashing into a wall, but let's find out. 19.
19.
And
You
flanking.
do hit it. You run up behind this thing. Whoops. And just casually manage to get a glancing blow on this thing's backside and lets out a horrible squelching noise. And it kind of turns a little bit. You can see that, yep, there's someone behind it.
Yeah, we get what you deserve. This is our boat, the Seagull. If all the crew dies, fucking it's our boat. We put effort in now. We put blood, sweat, and tears, and we lost a friend.
I
If the
believe
captain is 15 minutes late to the fight, the boat is legally ours.
I believe
fucking, Captain, wake the fuck up!
it is
Now-
Alexander's
now wait.
turn.
Remember, we did find out about a bounty for pirate ships. It's I think a pirate ship was like 2,000 gold.
Yeah, manned by a whole crew of pirates versus us 5. Do you know how to
Well-
get cannon? I don't.
Well, now they didn't say that there had to be the pirate crew on the ship. We just had to have the pirate ship.
This is not a pirate ship.
Yeah, I think this is a registered ship.
We could make it a pirate ship.
Oh, are we just who's gonna
Are we
pick
about to ship a Theseus this bitch?
Are y'all gonna become pirates?
We could. I mean, listen, having broadside cannons are pretty goddamn good.
I could not.
Uh,
It is anathema.
but it is now Alexander's turn. You feel something
Fun swimming.
kind of like pop you in the back of the head as you see something drift past you into the darkness. If you look back up to the surface, you can see that the lights that were around Gasa are even dimmer than before, presumably. She went back to the surface. What actions do you perform?
Would you allow another attempt at divine intervention?
Yeah, you can do anything you want. 25. All right. So you begin to usher a prayer. You manage to reach a calmness in your mind that you feel you have made a link to some kind of being that you're aligned to. What do you ask for?
Guide me.
You feel that's not very specific.
Okay, grant me sight. I don't know.
All right. Your eyes begin to have a slight burning sensation as all of a sudden the darkness, just the inky blackness, begins to drift away. And you can tell that it's still dark all around you, but it's almost like something has given you dark vision, and you can see in the water.
All right.
You
What do I see?
you still don't see Taban, but you can see a few other shapes sort of swimming about. You can't
Still
quite
don't see
make them
Taban.
out because they are a little distance away from you. But they do, from what you can tell, they seem to be sort of circling the boat.
Mm-mm. I'm going back.
Man.
How far under the water am I at this point?
I would say probably somewhere between 30 to 40 feet under the water because you fell in, so I would assume you naturally drift a couple feet down, and then you did a swim action to swim further straight down.
Yes.
So you're a good little distance under the water.
Um, let's swim down a little deeper.
All right, make another athletics check to swim deeper. All right, you feel that you are making headway as you swim even deeper. Though as you do this, you can feel the pressure begin to build in your ears and your eyes and your throat.
Mm-hmm.
And as you are doing this, you can tell that one of the shapes seems to go down with you. Some of the other ones seem to kind of just stay up around the boat.
Still no Taban.
You still don't see Taban.
Fuck.
Like fish people got her, or she's swimming somewhere else we can't see her, or she's gone.
You don't know.
I'd like to be hopeful. She's got good athletics. She could be a
Yeah.
swimmer.
Yeah, I guess we're just going back up.
All right, make another athletics to swim back up.
Oh, this is gonna be the one that sucks.
It's still fairly decent. It is, as I said, much harder swimming back up to the surface. But
Yeah.
with your vision, you can see that shape that sort of was following you, it's starting to get closer now. Almost like it's starting to come to you. But with that, we'll go to Bob. And what
Yeah.
does Bob do?
Well, there's a fish dude back there. And I guess we're waiting. Pick up Alexander.
You still have my rope. You could start hauling me up or something.
Yeah, are we not waiting for Alexander for that one?
Yeah, he's fine.
I'm not sure what he's gonna do. Hang on to me, and then what? I climb and haul him up.
Bob might be able to pull you two up. Those aren't show
Both
muscles.
of
right,
us?
Bob?
It would make more sense for Gossa to come up and then toss the rope back
Rope
down, and
down,
then pull me
yeah.
up.
Yep, you know what? Yeah, that actually makes sense. Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, yeah.
If you're pulling her up, make athletics check.
Pulling up the fucking heavyweight.
Been rolling great today.
That's just like 70 pounds. It'll be fine.
Actually,
Yes.
if you want to delay, I could make myself very light.
What?
What?
Uh-oh.
What?
She can make herself lighter. Would you like to hold your turn?
Sure, I will
DM.
hold.
Before we move on, DM,
Yes.
did I see any of like the soldiers' spots in the water?
You did not.
Oh. Okay.
The only other thing that you could see floating about down there are those vague sort of shapes that are circling the boat.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll go to 6.
All right. So the only thing this fish thing is doing is just screaming.
Right now,
And it's not like
Please,
Yeah,
I'm
fuck
here
it.
to save you.
Fuck it. I'll take another swing at it and see if it does anything.
Alrighty.
Man, it's not putting its hand up.
Ooh.
That is a pretty good hit.
All right. So. Okay.
You swing out and smack this thing in the chest very hard. Blood begin to drip from its wounds and its gills. Lets out a horrible squelching noise, but it is still standing. This is a very hardy creature, whatever this
Oh.
is.
I'll yell out, "Where is everybody?" Yelling at the fish.
Alright.
Where is she?
Does it respond in any way that I can understand?
Not in any way that you can understand.
Okay, I will do another swing.
Alrighty. Ooh, crit 1.
I will do the command point reroll. Maybe if the button works. Why is it not?
Might be lagging.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
whew, another 1.
Now because okay, no, I hit it a couple times because it wasn't working. So the second one, so after
Okay.
5, so it'd be a 24, another crit.
Another crit for not very much. But you do make another hearty blow on this creature. Actually forgot.
And then because the weapon is forceful, attack more than once. The damage is increased equal to the number of weapon damage dice. So the damage would be increased by 1.
So
it'd be
it's
9.
9. Alright. Alright. With 2 mighty blows, blap, blap. This thing seems to be taking a good bit of damage, but it is still standing. I believe that is your turn. And so, if that is all of your actions, this dude, he's gonna begin to start making his way up to
don't run from us, you idiot!
the steering wheel to try to get a handle on the boat.
There's more up there.
And for anyone paying attention,
Oh Christ! I didn't mean it.
as he gets closer, you can tell that there's another fish person up there with the boat. But this one seems to be holding something in his hand. And as this dude comes running up, the fish man lunges out, stabbing him, and he seems to fall to the ground.
All right, kill them all.
He bad.
He's dead.
Smith, no!
From
I
behind,
told you there were fish people.
I
Whoop.
know. I fucking tried to do recall knowledge.
from behind you, Anadi, you can hear a loud thump in the darkness of the storm. And coming up behind you
Ah, shit.
is another fish person.
Fuck that.
You just hear slap, 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 slap.
Yep, gross, sickening foot slaps. The one that you had been stabbing, Ziggs, it will lunge out with its claws.
It'll kill itself. I hate it.
Whoops. Well,
Oh dear. Well, now we know what hits.
yep, that one hits.
Au contraire.
God, we're level 2, baby. Got that extra HP.
boom! One of its horrendous claws rakes you across the chest for 10 points of slashing damage, Zig.
That's crit?
Oh, you're right. My mind slipped. So 20 points of damage.
You know, let's go back to 10. Forget about it. You're cool. You're a good DM. You wouldn't do that to us, right?
And then it lunges out with a second. Does a 23 hit you, Zig?
A 23. I gotta scroll up. Yes.
All right. And it'll hit you for a 8 damage total on that next hit. And then a Naughty, you're technically being flanked.
Yeah, but he used a stride to climb over the wall and a stride to get to me.
You don't know what he did.
I watched him move. I saw the DM put him down and move him.
You're right. He used at least one action.
Ah, shit.
Does at
Multiple
25,
attack
yep, that will hit.
Ugh.
As along your back, you feel a horrible raking of a gruesome claw slashing you for 8 damage.
I'm not built for this.
And that seems to be all of the fish people's immediate actions. Goes to Gasa.
All right. Realizing that Gasa needs to get hauled up quickly so that we can throw the rope to Alexander, she is going to spend one action on her turn to harmlessly cast Spray of Stars to her side.
All right.
She then uses her third and final action to cast Cloak of Shadow on herself, dousing herself in shadow.
All right.
At this point, Gasa is now half her normal bulk and weight.
Very light.
All right. You see her do a whole bunch of magical shenanigans down there in the water.
And then,
And
like, she almost starts, like, lifting, like, skyward.
almost like it does your job for you, Bob, as it goes to Bob's turn.
So I will pull her in.
Make an athletics check.
Athletics.
All right. You begin to, seemingly without any struggle, just haul her in. However, Gasa, as you get hauled up onto the boat, it's almost like the wind and the rain are even more violent to you than before.
Yes, no, I do actually, I am treated as one size smaller for wind effects. So,
And Bob, you have 2 actions left.
untie the rope for me and throw it to Alexander.
Yep. Try to do that.
All right. Simple as said as done. You untie Gasa or have her just slip out of it from being wet and just cast out the loop part back out, hopefully where Alexander can see it. And then we go to a Naughty.
Hi.
Hi.
I don't like this. This sucks. Huh. Oh yeah.
What's a spider to do?
Yeah. Yeah. Christ. I forgot to mark my damage. Oh, it didn't change it. Okay, well, maybe it changed it for you. Didn't change it for me. I don't like this. That hurt. So I will step
Alrighty.
5 feet in this direction, and then I will
Yes. Say it.
Oh Christ! This place, this is bad. This is bad. This is bad.
Very.
It's very bad. Natty wasn't a coward the last time he left. The last time his crew died, but they fucking died because of negligence. But this.
Well, On the bright side,
God, he's having a panic attack, is what he's fucking going through right now.
well, on the bright side, where can you go?
Well, sure.
You don't have an option to
But-
run away.
So you say. I remember where the coast is. And
You
now he's
think
not
you
dumb.
do.
I can swim. But fucking Christ, God, both Anati and Blue are having a panic attack. Fuck.
This is pretty bad, yeah.
Okay, so Gossa's up now, right?
Yep. You can see her
Bob is up
on the boat,
to Alexander's on the way.
supposedly.
You took 28 damage, Zig. How healthy you looking?
He's fine.
Yeah. I'm
can
at
heal him.
6.
Oh. Okay, cool.
He's doing better than a wizard.
I will use an action to, from my Balendilier, pull off a potion, and with another action, can you feed someone else? Or do you have to give it to them?
I mean,
Because
if
then
you
I'd have to
want
do
to
that.
try to just bottle feed him in the middle of combat, sure.
I'm assuming it's a potion. You could just throw it on them, but it's up to you if that's how that works. Sure. Here you go, baby. Da, da, da. I'm gonna try and heal you with a potion.
You pull out one of those, like, plastic nipples for, like, babies over the top and just...
Pacifier.
Yeah. Try to give it to Ziggs. like a
Alright,
big old
here you
like
go.
a big old baby bottle.
Alright, well, if this works, then you heal this much.
You get 9 back.
I'm using my lesser. Oh, that's a terrible roll, but it's better than 0.
You're right.
Alright, that is my turn, because step, draw, drink.
Alright. Alexander,
I'm out of lesser healings.
as you are making your way back up to the surface, you see Gossa disappear. Presumably she got on the boat okay. And you can see something else land on top of the water. It kind of looks like rope. Or it could be like, a big sea snake that someone just threw off the boat. But, what do you do?
I'm gonna grab at what I think is the rope.
Alright. You grab the rope. Simple enough. Anything
Yep.
else?
I'm gonna give it a small tug and be like, "Yep, we're good."
Yep. Give a tug, and Bob, you can feel something tugging on the rope.
Yeah,
And
got a
if-
fish.
And if that is all of Alexander's turns or actions, we will move on to Ziggs.
Yep.
All right. I will take a step this way and take a swing.
All right. With it being flanked, let's see, Bob, your buff that you keep doing, your magical humming. Is that a bonus? Is that a +1 to attack rolls as well?
Allies gain a +1 status bonus to athletics checks and to their DCs against athletic skill actions.
So it's
Yes,
not.
No.
So you swing out at the same fish man, and it manages to barely dodge out of the way of your attack.
All right, and I will do it again.
Oof.
Ooh. All right.
You have. Oh, that's all 3 actions. As
Yep.
you step and strike unsuccessfully 2 times. It goes to these guys' turns. There is an eruption from a door as Captain Julian seems to be awake at this point, and
Oh my fucking god. Your crew's tired and you've been asleep?
he seems to be kind of confused, not knowing what's going on. He sees you guys vaguely battling something. You can see them doing something on the side. The ship violently rocking. Seems to have maybe finally woken him up, and so he goes running topside and goes to confront this fish man as he was on his way to take control of the helm. So he draws his sword, lashes out, and slashes at this beast. But then we go to these two. This one's kind of hurt. So he's gonna start attempting to flee. Would Ziggs like to use his attack of opportunity?
Yes, he will. Now, is this in the same turn as the turn I just had, or is it a different round?
This is the same turn.
All right, so it would be a 26.
All right, that will hit.
Or, no, sorry, a 27 because I swung twice last turn.
All right. Well, 27 will hit. Even though it's not flanked, that will be a crit. And you swing out, deeply gashing this thing. You're pretty sure you almost slice this thing right in half, but it manages to continue to hobble to the side of the ship and then kind of just falls over the side and disappears. This
All
one
right.
will step up and it will attempt 2 claw attacks at you. The first one, a 23.
Okay.
And the second one, a 24.
All right.
So that is 11, 21 damage total from its horrible fish claws that just digs into you.
How are you
Ziggs is-
looking?
Unconscious.
Oh
Yep.
no, okay.
You swing out, hurt this thing's friend, and return, it just sort of like almost Puma jumps out onto you, digging with its claws and taking you to the ground like a wild animal. But with that, the fishman up here, he returns a volley attacks back at Captain Julian. They seem to be having a tussle. And then it goes to Gossa.
Okay, so is it still like if I want to move, I'm gonna be making acrobatics checks,
Yes.
or is it calmed down a bit?
The storm is still going on.
Well, I'm gonna try to make my way over to the guy, to Zig. All right, I don't.
Yep, you try to take a step, but the wind and the rain, it just seems to be even more violent to you now that you have made yourself lighter. So you kind of just get
now
blasted back into the rail.
I can't even do anything to try to help. I'm gonna fucking dismiss my shadow cloak, and that'll be it.
All right, Bob, it is your turn.
Well, I will try to pull Alexander up.
All right, make that athletics check.
Come
11.
on, man.
You try to start pulling him up, but he's much heavier than Gossa was. It's a little harder.
Alright, I'll keep trying to pull him up.
Alrighty.
I need him.
19.
Okay.
With that, you manage to haul him up the side of the ship, and as you do so, you swear you see something rab out at him as you're lifting him out of the water, but you got him up in the boat. What does it matter? And you have one action left.
Well, things are less than ideal, man. Alright. Keep with the Song of Strength right now.
Alrighty. Anadi.
I will see if these fuckers have attack of opportunities, and I'm running back inside the cabin.
Alright, as you go running away, go ahead and make that acrobatics check.
Bro.
I'm good at these.
Yep, you scamper away successfully.
Just to
Cool.
double
I'm-
check, we still don't have like vision either. Like we can't see.
Dark shape as far as I recall.
You could see until the light disappeared with a naughty inside.
Do
I mean,
none of you have dark vision?
Oh yeah,
I
well if
do.
you have dark
Couple of
vision,
us
then
have
you
dark
can
vision
see.
right now.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay. I
Both
thought
of y'all.
I thought we could still only see 10 feet around us. I could have done something if I had known that. All right.
The naughty. You have any
I
other
go back
actions?
inside, I grab my crossbow, and I load it.
Okay,
Not again.
Alexander.
Yep. So I can see the frogman attacking Ziggs, or well, Ziggs' unconscious body.
Yep.
All right. I would like to. Yep, we're running over here.
Make that acrobatics.
Yeah.
Yeah. You power
Alright.
slide across.
Yep. So speaking of power sliding, this is literally exactly what I want to do. As I get like a running start, instead of just like waiting for myself to trip, I'm going to just try to slide across the fucking slick ass wood. One action, take out my gauntlets from my pockets and clock this thing.
Alrighty. You
16.
you hit it. You go sliding across the deck, do a quick hand swipe, and boom! Sucker punch this thing right off of Zig.
Alright.
It lets out a horrible gurgling sound.
I'm going to let's see. Let's just say for the sake of it that he is stunned for a second. So I'm going to lean down and oh god, where'd it go? Here it is. Lay on hand, Ziggs.
There you go.
6 hit points.
And then I have
Ziggs.
+1 to AC. No, +2 to AC.
+2 to AC for 1 round. Yep.
You snap back to consciousness. Alright,
And that's
so
it for me.
alright. Ziggs, your turn. You're down the
Alright.
ground, the fishman standing over you.
All right, I wake up and I reach over to my quick pouch and drink one of my potions of healing.
Alrighty.
And so it's a D8. 3. Terrible.
Woo.
Better than 1.
Yes. And then I'll stand up and then
Yep.
take a swing at the fish boy.
Alrighty.
If it loads.
Yeah, roll toys being a little slow.
Yeah.
16, you hit.
Alright.
You slash this thing, catching it in the shoulder. It lets out a horrible gurgling noise in retaliation. And I believe that's all of your actions. But then it goes
is.
to these guys'. First, this one. He will do as he did before, seeing you get back up. He's actually going to attempt a grapple check. What is your fortitude DC?
18.
Ooh, crit fail.
As a reaction, can I take a swing at him?
I don't think you can attack of opportunity and attack.
Okay.
And so, frustrated, it will just lash out at you with one of its claws.
All right. I will reactive shield because I still have the +2 from the AC, and with my shield, it will make it a 23.
Alright, it just barely misses as that claw comes out. You manage to shield bash it away. This guy up here, if anyone is paying attention to the fight, you'll see it stab into Captain Julian, and then it'll take this, what seems to be some kind of spear, and then he will hurl it at you, Zig.
He doesn't
Okay.
have a spear anymore.
It misses as you hear a thud from the spear landing in the ground beside you somewhere. But then it will move this way. Gasa, your turn.
All right, so Zig's still looking pretty hurt.
You
Yes.
can't really tell, but yeah, he's pretty hurt.
All right, I am going to do a 2-action heal. So that will restore 1d8 plus 8.
Ooh.
So 13 points of healing,
Yes.
Thank you.
and then I'll start my crawling.
Next, it goes to Bob.
Oh, you said to Bob. I thought I heard Taban.
As she comes flying from the rafters with a people's elbow. Boo!
That's exactly what you do. Gladiator, that shit.
That'd be really, yeah, that'd be really funny. But nah.
She is elbow dropping the bottom of the ocean.
Shut up. She might be fine. We don't know.
Who knows?
All right, so, well, a 1-action, keep the solid strength going, and next 2-action, be casting bless.
Alrighty.
You're gonna be sustained.
All 3.
Okay, so what's it?
Yeah, once a cantrip, just keep doing
You hear the Undertaker theme song. Durr. Alrighty. Is that all of your actions?
it. That's all of them.
Alrighty. It next does go to Anadi.
Whip around fire. Well, Mark, trying to pray first. And
Alright.
then, so I will target the individual that I know is the fish, and because of that, I ignore any penalties for ranged. I'm trying to remember if this has any benefits against conceal, but I think that's another feat. I think it's the Monster Slayer feat. Yeah. Alright, anyways. So the crossbow, when you're wielding a crossbow and use hunt ray or use an interaction with the crossbow, you get a plus 2 circumstance thing. Alright. I think with my because I loaded the crossbow before, I think I have the rotation already set, so hunter spray, hunter's aim, and I will fire.
Alrighty.
So this has plus 10. 21
That
will hit.
does hit.
Because it is hunted, it takes this extra damage. God feats is 1d8 precision plus 2. And because it is hunted, there is no. Oh yeah, because of hunter's aim, I ignore concealed condition. So that's what I was looking for because of the distance it was.
So minus 12?
11. But no, not minus 12. 12 damage.
On 10. Boop. So yep, you pop back around the door and shoot this thing right in its side. Lets out a horrible squelching noise. And then I believe with that, it goes to Alexander's turn.
Yep. How's it looking?
He's looking pretty roughed up, just like your buddy Zig.
Alright. Yeah, we're just gonna go for a fucking haymaker.
Alright, that will hit. As you, bam, come around and clock this thing in the side of its head. Its head exceptionally squishy for some reason, but yeah, you make firm contact as your head. It's almost like punching a sponge.
Yep. Alright. We're going for number 2.
All right. And with that, you come back around with the other hand, knocking its head back the other way. This time your fist seemingly making this thing's head sort of rupture as you just almost pop it like a pimple, and this thing falls over.
Ugh.
All right, I'm gonna turn to Zig and be like, what else?
I'll point over at the where the steering wheel was. Like there was one over there.
Yep. With some light over there from the two sailors, you can vaguely see another fishman in that direction.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So it's 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh God. So long. 25, 30. 30 is what I can do without the armor.
All right, make that acrobatics as you move across the slippery ship.
Make your acrobatics.
Me, 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 me. All right, you're fine.
Yeah, good.
Fuck your acrobatics, DM.
Zig.
I will also make my way over there. Let's see.
Alrighty.
How do you do the arrow stuff?
On the sidebar, you know, you have the pointer, the draw, the zoom, and then underneath the zoom, there's a ruler.
Uh-huh.
All right, so that
You click
was-
on that.
So that was 35, 40, 45, 50.
All right. Make that acrobatics as you go stomping across the wet floors. And with that, from the bonus from Bob, you are successful as you make it up to this fishman.
All right, and then I will.
And you notice that this one, it's a little different. He's a little more muscly, and he seems to be wearing a little bit of armor.
Uh-oh.
What the hell?
Good luck.
All right, so I am going to attempt to do a dragging strike.
All right.
So I make a normal weapon attack, but if it hits, I can move it 5 feet.
All right. That does hit.
Cool.
Send it over the edge.
That's what I'm gonna try and do.
Get the fuck off our boat.
Does that hit, Zach?
It does.
All right, so I'm going to attempt to drag it this direction, attempting to get it off the boat.
All right. You hit it with your weapon. Successfully hit, snagging something to where you can actually drag it with your weapon. You make it scoot 5 feet, sort of slamming it into the railing on the side of the ship.
Okay. And
I believe
that
with
is
that-
my final action.
All right. Next, it goes to his turn. And what is your fortitude DC?
18.
Woo. All right. It lunges out at you, almost like it's trying to grapple you, and then but it's unsuccessful, as it can't quite get a hold of you. It will attempt to do so again, even less successful, but seeing as it can't grab another prey item, it just throws itself off the side of the ship.
Is
Hmm?
a reaction. I am going to I'm going to make an attack at it, attempting
Okay.
to do just a normal attack.
All right. Attack of opportunity. That is a miss,
Okay.
as this thing just flips itself over the side of the ship and disappears from view. And with that, it seems as if all the fish people are gone. And so, technically, out of initiative order, what would everyone like to be doing? And we can just
I
go down the order of Anadi. You're up first. What would you like to do?
Fucking, I've been inside all this time. Fish people come out. I come out. I fucking reload the crossbow firstly.
All right.
What the fuck is going on? And are we still slipping in this out of initiative shit?
Technically, yeah, but I won't make you guys do rolls for it.
Thank you. I'm going to make my way over to shapes that look recognizable so that we're close together.
Yep. You find Bob still kind of hunkered onto the cannon. You see Gossa crawling. Alexander is making his way to the top deck. Alex, what are you doing?
after that whole thing, I'm just gonna grab on to just something and kind of just lean into it, and
All
then
right.
I'm gonna look. So is the person next to me? Are they like down?
They are fully prone. You grab a hold on the railing or maybe the cannon or something, and you can tell that he's pretty messed up. You're not sure if he's alive. The captain
All right.
over here, he is seemingly bleeding pretty good too, and he's down on a knee, and he's like, he's kind of weakly trying to yell at you. He's like, "Someone needs to take the wheel."
All right, I'll go over to the wheel, and then I will. I'll ask the captain. Do you have a way of healing yourself?
He goes, "There's some healing supplies down below."
All right, I will give him my last lesser healing potion, and I will just grab another one when I go back down there.
All right. He takes the healing potion, drinks it, and then he stands up, walks over to the other sailor, and begins to try to sort of carry slash drag him, probably to where there's some medical supplies
All right,
in his
how do I
office.
drive a boat?
You don't know. You go up to the wheel, and it's like spinning madly. And so you just take a firm hold of it, and there's a hard yank on the boat as you kind of like seemingly stop it from spinning.
Hold and hopefully don't lose your arms.
But yep, that's what you're doing. You are now driving the boat. Gossa.
I'm the captain now.
Gossa's going to grab hold of a cannonball.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because you can.
That's
And
funny.
then she'll throw it out in front of her, just like slam it into the deck, and then drag herself along with it.
I love that image. All right.
Keeps doing it again, and then again.
As
What's going on?
As she passes Alexander, I'm just gonna pick her up and like hold her there by her shoulders and like, are
She's
you
very
okay?
light.
You
Yeah,
you
I
pick
can
her
tell.
up, and yeah, you easily can just hold her up with like one arm.
Do you need help?
Well, if I get time to focus, I'll be back to my normal weight. But are we done? Is there any more battle to be had?
I don't hear any more yelling.
Bob, what would you like to be doing?
Well, seeing as there's think we're good, head on over here and going like, hey guys, what's going on now? That was weird, huh?
You just see me like bewildered looking at Gossa while holding her. I don't understand why she's so light.
You know, me neither. She did a thing and then she floated and now we're here.
And Alexander?
I guess I can. Fuck. Well, Bob, do you see the rope on the other side of the ship that's just kind of dangling there?
Okay.
I need you to grab it and don't let go. I don't know exactly what it does, but there was a man standing there grabbing it, and he said it was important.
Oh, okay. Okay. I got you. I got you. I'll go get that.
Thank you. Gossa, why are you so light?
She spreads her fingers, sort of twinkling
Where's the
them.
rope?
Magic.
As you guys
Yes, it
are
is.
sort of, I guess, calming down from the fight, trying to get a grapple on the situation, trying to figure out what to do next, Zig's struggling to steer the boat, or at least he thinks he's steering the boat.
He's holding it
The
in the direction.
storm continues to rage on, the howling wind, the pouring rain, cracking of lightning and thunder. But even over all the deafening sounds of the storm, there comes another sound. It's almost like a whisper that courses through your bodies. You're not sure where it comes from. It almost seems to be carried on the wind itself. And you just hear this faint sound. All trespassers will not be permitted. Sink and make yourselves servants.
Huh. Did anybody else hear that?
That is decidedly a bad idea.
Hmm.
Also,
Have I heard?
I cannot.
Yeah, after you got out of the water, your dark vision slowly began to fade away, and by this time, it's probably fully gone. But as you guys are running about the boat, trying to figure out what to do next, there comes some more sounds, faint sounds that grow and grow. You can hear what sounds like almost like yelling, like a crew, people barking orders. You can't understand what's being shouted. It almost kind of just blends into the sounds of the storms. But then you can also hear another sound. It's like a, not quite a foghorn, but it definitely is some kind of horn instrument, just a more.
Can I find the direction or identify the direction it's coming from?
It seems to be coming from sort of front of you guys. You guys are heading towards it.
The
And
front of the ship?
yep. And it seems to be getting louder and louder. And then all of a sudden, just a wall of something massive just comes out of the darkness, and your ship careens into it, crunching in the front of the ship, and now it begins to sink.
Oh.
You're not sure what this thing that you hit is, but it seems to keep moving as it sort of just violently spins and whips the ship, knocking it over and spilling you all into the blackened deep of the water.
I ran
I-
up to the front of the ship. Do I have a chance of landing on quote unquote land?
You didn't. You could probably hang on to the ship for a little bit longer, but from the
No,
storm.
I mean, whatever we hit.
Oh,
I don't think it was land.
yeah, it wasn't land.
He
It's-
said it was moving.
Yeah, whatever it was, you hit something big and hit something that was moving, and it has
Am I
caused
able to-
the ship to sort of crunch in and then capsize.
Fair enough.
Am I able to keep my grip on Gossa?
Sure, you can hold her firmly like a big
All right.
safety teddy bear as you all go spilling into the ocean. And fight as you might, everyone, fight or flight kicks in as you all begin to fight for your life in the waves. But it's all in vain, as at one point or another, you guys sort of get separated and sort of disappear. And at some point, the waves take you down, or maybe a piece of debris clunks you in the back of the head. and everything goes dark. But that's not the end of the story.
I was gonna say, Zach, did you just TPK us?
No, but that would be funny.
Shits and giggles.
Like, you know what? I don't want to
We
run
should-
this AP anymore.
Each
You
of y'all,
survived all of this. Fuck you. Here's an island.
yeah, each of y'all wake up. You're not sure how much further along, but it's definitely day. There's no storm. The seas are calm. Each of you finds yourself on a beach. You're not sure
That
where
is so
the
weird.
beach is, but you know that you're on a beach. You begin to presumably call out to each other, trying to find survivors. You can see shattered remains of the ship everywhere.
Man, I really hope all you guys not wearing armor don't get your armor back.
Oh,
It's
it's in,
now
it's in
sank
my
at the
thing.
bottom of the sea.
Yeah. I think well, that's up to DM. I said I grabbed my crossbow, ergo I have probably my bolts and my dagger. That's all I have on me. I did not grab the backpack of party loot.
I grabbed my backpack, which has my armor in it.
After roughly an hour of panic and frantic searching, by some miracle or blessing, you do all seem to find each other. And you do seem to find a sizable portion of the ship that's lodged in
Reese
the
finds
sort
a
of
bond?
shallows. You don't
said
see
How
Taban.
many each other?
You don't see
Taban's fish food.
you don't see Taban. You see the five of you guys, and you find the captain. Captain does not seem to be conscious.
Is he alive?
Give a medicine check.
I'm not bad at this.
Is the other soldier not with him?
You don't
Natural
see him.
20. I treat him.
Yep. He is unconscious, but he is alive. He's just unresponsive. He seems to have suffered a really bad blow to the head from something, but he is alive. And weirdly enough,
do you regain on a conscious or like on a heal?
On a treat wounds,
Yeah.
it's 2d8 normally. If that crit was your roll, it'd be 4d8.
yep. So he would get a sizable portion of hit points back.
Oof. Better than 0.
Yeah. But weirdly enough, you actually find him like amongst the like some of the wreckage, almost like he somehow landed on some debris that floated him to the beach. But yep, there.
The good captain went down with the ship. Then we push him out to sea upon the plank.
Give him a Viking burial.
Yep.
But let's see. Just gonna move you guys to a slightly different map.
So from now on, all fish people are kill on sight.
Yep.
And Zach, I gotta say, my praise to the dice gods for me not to be pulled into the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good lord, dude.
I'm gonna assume the beach or whatever we're actually on isn't this forested.
Took us an hour to find each other. It might be.
That's fair enough.
The beach is a vague term here. It is mostly sandy, but this is just the art I have for an area. And so, yeah, you guys have each other, an unconscious captain, and a bunch of ship wreckage. But you're all alive. You all seem to be good, or whatever that means. And so, what is your next course of action?
All right.
Is the front part or the back part of the ship?
It's like some of the back part, because the front part got completely demolished.
So yeah, goodbye party chest. I'm just gonna put everything there. Oh yeah.
Do we still have the map?
I have the map. That shit's always on me.
Then, yep, you guys have the map. However,
But,
you don't know what beach or where on a beach you guys are. This will take a little bit of scouting and adventuring to sort of triangulate a good
All right.
location where you are.
Before we do anything, we should go through the ship wreckage to see if there's anything that we could salvage.
Alrighty.
I think Blue's already deleted the contents of our party chest, so
Uh,
That was our bag. That was the bag I was carrying. That wasn't
Yeah.
in the back of the ship. That was with me. And then I decided I'm gonna just grab my crossbow because that's all I would grab in the moment. I did
well,
everything in character.
But what I'm saying is because the back half was the captain's quarters, so he probably
Yeah,
has
so-
some things in there that we could use, like
Yeah.
food and stuff like that.
so
You guys may do your investigating if you want. Anadi is gonna go get some wreckage and whatever, and just make a symbol out of it.
So Wes,
No, I'm making a gravestone.
all right.
Or,
digging your
Yeah.
grave already.
well, either it'll be for us or I'm dedicating it to all the people that we just lost. And I don't say anything else as I continue working.
and so who's wanting to actively go check the ship?
I
Me.
do.
All right, so Zig, Alexander. Was there anyone
Lost
else?
my extra bar of soap. Fuck.
I'll keep an eye out for anything that might try to run up on us.
All right, so you're sticking here at the camp. Is Gasa sticking at the camp as well?
Yep. She is going to refocus.
All right.
She gets like a piece of wood, a piece of timber or something, sits down somewhere on the beach, places a timber across her lap, and centers herself.
Alrighty.
Oh, I lost my fucking thieves' tools. Ugh.
So-
Those were expensive. I had replacement picks for them too.
Oh,
Unfortunately,
Uh,
I did
If
establish
it makes you
Nasa
feel
had
any better,
everything
you would have
on
lost the
her.
money you spent on them anyway.
Zig
Oh,
and
well, yeah,
Alexander,
that's fair, but I didn't have much money.
you guys begin
I lost
to
money.
go through the wreckage of the ship, trying to find anything of value. And, as you can imagine, there's not too much left in there, but there is some stuff that didn't get uh, washed out. So you can find what it was presumably like a chest for the captain, sort of anchored in place along with the bed. And without any thieves' tools, you're sort of forced to break into it. But
Which is fine.
once you get inside of it, you do find some medical supplies. Let's see if I can pull up the right page. There is a healer's kit. There is some paper, ink, quill, like all that sort of preserved. Uh, there's actually a sword in there, and you can find. Let's see, roll me a d6.
Okay.
A d6. Oof, a little rough, but you do find one potion. Let me find the page. You find a healing potion. It's marked minor healing potion. And there's also another. Roll a d4. 3. All right. You find 3 other potions. You're not sure if you've seen these before. They're all labeled ration tonic.
Okay. You said ration time?
Ration tonic.
Oh.
Oh,
Her time too. I was like, hold on a second.
Ration time.
it's time. You know,
Yeah, it's a
seasoning for the food.
Okay. Unless Alexander has any qualms to it, I'm just putting this stuff in my bag.
All right, you're in control of the party chest then.
And then, is like the bed and stuff still there?
um it's mostly there, however it's all ruined. It's like, soaked from the sea
Okay.
brine and probably has like seaweed all over it.
Okay. Um, do you talking to Alexander? Do you think we'll be able to wake up the captain?
If he's not dead,
Well,
I would imagine he could wake up.
okay. Well, if he can't wake up, I don't want to leave him out here. So we should try and make like some type of stretcher or something so we can at least drag him.
I suppose.
Unless you want to carry him.
That would not be preferable.
All right. So if there's like any like just like loose rope or anything like that, I'll
Oh
try and
yeah,
fashion.
there's loose like rope and wood debris just about anywhere you look.
All right, then I will try and fashion up a type of stretcher to where we could like drag him easily without, you know,
All right.
actively pulling him through like the muck.
Make a crafting check. 13. It's decent. It'll work.
All
It's not
right.
the most sturdy, but you think it should support him.
Okay. Then once we're done going through what's left of the ship, then I'll bring that stretcher out, and if the captain isn't moving, then I'll put him on it.
All right. And so you go searching through like you want to go searching through like the lower quarter of the ship that's left
Oh yeah.
because you guys said you went straight to the captain's room.
Oh yeah.
All right, so you guys go into the lower area, and a lot of that stuff that was in there for anyone who just ventured down there to help the helping hands at any point. You notice that most of that is washed out too, but there is still a few crates that are secured, and you crack some of them open, and you do find uh, things like clothes, most of them wet, vials, most of them unbroken, uh, some bits or what would be dried food. It's all a little wet now, but you could probably dry it back out. But other than that, there's not too much else to find down there.
All right. I'll grab uh a handful or two of the food.
All right.
Um, how how much do you say I grab?
Um, with there being a crate left, it's really how much you want to carry. 'Cause I believe rations come in a pack for like 2 weeks.
Generally a week.
Okay, so uh, think of like a small pouch. Well, not a small pouch, but like they're in pouches, and each pouch is essentially a week's worth of what was dried rations. The food will have to be dried out before it gets moldy.
All right. I'll grab 3 of them.
All right. And with that, that seems to be all the useful stuff that you find amongst the wreckage. You guys make your way, splish, splash, splish, splash, back to the beach. and present your findings.
I think at this point, Anadi has made just like a small like structure could be considered like what looks like an entire like grave size worth of things with like a teepee pyre at the end of it,
All
and
right.
he's just going to just make a fire from it as like a final send off for his thoughts, towards all these people lost at sea. And he
All right.
realizes Taban isn't here, so he fucking also thinks of goodbye Taban as well. And he does not have his hat on the whole time.
All right. So Nadi holds a sort of like a sea funeral as just like a commemorate to presumably everyone that just died as part of the crew. But
All he knows from the crew was Schmidt, and the only other person that he knew on that ship that he liked was Taban.
Smit and Taban, those other guys were all right too, but really just
They were
Smit and
all pretty
Taban.
cool. Yeah.
But
Listen, we traveled quick. I don't know if that was actual time frame, but like we went around that island like 40 squares in one day. We need a ship on land. Shit's fast.
yep, big ships do pretty good travel at sea. But yeah, Alex and Zig, you guys come back to the group, present the things that you have found. Um, and I think this would be a pretty good stopping point. It is almost 10 o'clock, but is there anything last minute you guys want to do before we call it here for the night?
Um,
Well,
I said, did you say that you made like a little cross?
there's like a grave-esque type, like above ground grave-esque length of wood, and then there is a teepee like pyre at the end at the top of it. And basically it'll burn a little awkwardly, but it'll burn in a tradition that Anadi seems appropriate.
All right. I'll help and I'll fashion like a cross from the shipwreck wreckage, and I will scrawl kind of like the same symbol that's on my shield.
All right.
I'd like to. Who's that belong to? And I point towards the symbol, not the shield, or not the fucking, not
This
the
is
thing.
this is my shield.
It's
I scroll on the wood and then throw in my shield.
nah, it's a an entity that is known to help people that passed.
Well, let's hope whatever passing they may have had was swift and painless. You are the
Is
closest to me,
still
Zig.
focusing.
It only took her about 10 minutes. So.
So she would be done
these people-
focusing by the time they get back.
Yeah.
Now, Zach. So
Yes.
Since we were on this speech and we don't know where we're at, I will be paying close attention to my shield, and if it starts glowing, I will make sure everyone is aware of that.
Alrighty. Is there anything
just
you
one-
wanted to do with that sword you found?
Oh,
I don't remember who can like see if stuff is magical, but I will pull it out. Like, we did find this.
You can tell that it is magic. Know whether it's magical, the type of school, and let's see. It
I
is.
can make an occultism check if you want to hand it over to identify magic.
You can tell that it has evocation magic within it.
it's a bomb. I step away from it.
So, identify magic is a secret check, Zach. I don't know if you want to roll that.
You can roll it.
Okay. Yep.
19. All right.
Nice.
Should get us there.
And yep. All right. You can identify the sword. It is, just to reconfirm, it is a magical sword, and it is something called a smoking sword.
Oh, blue. It's
Hi.
yours.
Oh, that's true. That is my toy. In another campaign.
There's a link to that
Yeah.
page.
Very good for melee fighters. So not Bob, sorry. Zig
Yeah.
and Alex. My brain went Alex and Alex. No way. Zig and Bob. No. Alexander and Zig.
Well, I know Alexander is an
Unarmed
armed
combatant, yeah.
fighter, so
Well,
if you don't want it, I can hold on to it.
What know
it's
what
a
to do
very
with it.
fun toy.
All right, and then I will put it in my inventory.
Alrighty.
Have fun. I hope you like burning things that does fire damage with each swing.
I mean, you guys haven't even been able to see the new stuff that I can do yet, so it's kind of on par.
Fair enough. Zig, because you were the closest to Anadi when he was doing that prayer stuff and talking, he's going to kneel down, pick up his hat after he's lit in the pyre, and he's just gonna say, "I hate this fucking island," and he's gonna walk off after you guys do all your looting and stuff.
I'm gonna give you a side eye.
Yeah, no, Anadi might not even notice that, but if you do so, gotcha.
Yeah. No, Zig might be a little upset that you left his body laying there.
Whose body? Your body?
Yeah.
As soon as he went down, you ran away.
He doesn't know that. He was unconscious. I got my gun.
As I was fainting, I saw you walk off, and
I mean, when he got picked back up, I was there and you were not.
Hey, cool. Fucking Zig, you remember who gave you the potion? Oh, did you forget that?
Yeah, he did. He got hit over the head.
Yeah, clearly. Fucking, you sit down. You died because you were told I'm gonna shoot you. I got ammo. I got silver ammo in here.
I'm not a werewolf of mange. I don't do anything to me, man.
Find out if you aren't.
All right. Well, we will be calling the stream there. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the shenanigans of these guys.
This was such a stressful day.
You lost someone. Unhappy face.
That's crazy.
Zach, you've had me stress sweating.
Have I? Has
yeah,
this session been that rough?
Well, no, I didn't know what was going to happen, and it just seemed like it was going south very fast.
Yeah.
This adventure has just begun to go south.
No,
I noticed something on the ship while we were fucking playing. I was just like, where the fuck are the guards going? I didn't say anything, though, because I wasn't out there.
Yeah, I don't know. I was...
Yeah, no one was paying attention to the guards.
I was.
You were inside.
That
Blue was.
Yeah, we might hold that one against you.
Yeah. But nonetheless, it was very enjoyable. It was a good job.
Yep. Yeah. Next session, I don't think I will be free the 11th, but I should be like the 18th and on. What about you guys?
Yeah, I won't be free the 11th either. I'll be attending the Brothers Warp release.
Alrighty.
Do you guys want to try and play on a different day?
It's possible. I'm trying to remember. I do have a fucking day that I am occupied. Let me go check. I am busy on. I'm busy on the 11th, but we're already saying that. So yeah, I could probably do a different day.
I have a game Tuesday.
And I have a pre-tournament thing on Wednesday.
I might be back in town by Tuesday. I'm unsure.
I don't know if I'm working Thursday. Saturday's probably going to be no good at all. Wednesday's probably the best day for me.
Okay. I don't know how long my thing's gonna take on Wednesday because it's just it's for a Warhammer Escalation League, so no games are being played. It's just everybody showing up to see who's playing and to sign up. So I may be a little late if we do Wednesday, but I could just catch up or listen and talk through Discord through my phone if anything.
I think Garcia said he wouldn't be able to do Wednesdays and Thursdays. Is that still?
Yeah, I'm gonna be getting my ass kicked Wednesday and Thursday nights.
That's it.
Okay. What about Sunday the 13th?
I will be out of town.
I run my
Target.
games on Sundays.
Okay.
Let's just aim for the 18th then.
Okay.
I think that's probably
Yeah.
the best.
So we will
Yep.
try to pick this back up the 18th.
Rest in peace, Taban.
Sounds good.
We should have brought the other guy.
Yeah, fucking.
Yeah.
We don't care about him. We barely know him.
Oh well.
Fuck.
Well, thank you all for watching the stream. Catch you
did
guys
all
the
this
18th.
just to get rid of Taban, didn't you?
No. She
Fucking
should have made her
big
save.
Omega Blue. Yeah, you fucking. I already used my hero point on her, bro. I tried.
No
She just
guarantee
has
that
terrible
she's
fucking
dead.
rolls.
We
Yep.
don't know that she's dead.
You don't
I
know. She's
In
just
fact,
missing.
She's probably killing them all down there. We're gonna go fucking find her, find later, and we're gonna be like, fish people, and she's gonna be like, wait, they are mine.
I
Either that
rule
or-
the fish people.
Either that or she's going head to head with that fucking dragon turtle.
Good.
Ooh.
I wonder if that's what we crashed into.
Who knows?
I think I have an idea on what we ran into, but I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
I have
Okay.
no fucking idea. I don't remember anything like this in the thing. Who knows? We'll find out later. I have to go. I'm hungry.
All right.
Yep.
Well,
Guys, have a good night.
Magic.
Night, guys.
Yeah, you too.
Hope I didn't stretch you all too much.
Ah.
But-
Zach or Darren, would either